Hey there, welcome to the Knit Next to You podcast. My name is Delilah. I am so grateful that you are choosing to be with me, choosing to allow me in your space. I wanted to share with you today my WIPS in progress and my RIPS in progress. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please stay here with me and I would love to share this with you. All right, here are my WIPS in progress. Today, which I'm doing something a little different, is called a WIPS Wednesday. Works in Progress Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, and I wanted to share my update with you. I had found a beautiful tank top pattern from Veronica Lindbergh, Kudova Kika on Instagram and YouTube. She is one of my favorite podcasters. I probably say that in every video. Deal with it. So this is the swatch. I am using 100% cotton. It is from the DRMIS. I believe it's DRMIS 100% cotton. I had gotten it off of Love Crafts. I'll share the link below. If this is still in stock, I'll share it with you. This is a swatch I made. It is like a lavender. I'll also get you all the beautiful names, but I've got the lavender pink and I've got like a maroon magenta with a lighter pink. And I also did, if you can see here, the lavender with the dark pink. Tell me below which one you like. I do want to knit this for the summer, just so we have a summer wear, a summer knitwear. I'm really excited about it. My daughter likes the darker with the light pink, and then my mom, I asked my mom for the purple, the lavender, and the light pink, so we'll see. I still need to block it to get gauge, but I wanted to share this. It is a WIPS in progress. I'm so excited about it. I am going to work on this for the summer. Okay, so my next WIPS in progress is the Dancing Denisa beanie. And the reason why I call it Dancing Denisa is because I love the way this double moss stitch here. Let me grab, okay. The double moss stitch, I love the way it dances around the beanie. It is so beautiful. The texture is phenomenal. The yarn that I'm using, it is Peyton's wool 100%. Peyton's 100% classic wool, Peyton's classic wool, 100% wool. You get it in a dark gray color. I'll get you the colorway, the correct color. I believe it's dark gray, but I will get you the colorway for it. And I am using the Chia Goo aluminum, I believe they're steel aluminum needles with the red cord. I love the way it feels when it rubs together. It's fantastic. And my little stitch marker. I know this is a beanie and we're about to hit the summer. It's okay, stock up. You can knit for Christmas in July, or you can just stock up on your Christmas gifts now. By the way, there are sales everywhere, so take advantage of it. Get all of the yarn that you need so that you can begin your Christmas gifts wild. Anyway, this is the introduction to my Dancing Denisa beanie. Now, the name Denisa comes from a very good friend of mine who actually showed me, or actually I should say gave me my very first set of knitting needles. They were a size US 8 straight and a ball of yarn, and that's where I began my knitting journey 2 years ago. I wanted to honor her. She's still here with us today, but I wanted to honor her and just name my first knitting pattern beanie after her. So I'm just so excited about that. Last but not least, I do have to be honest with you, I might frog it. I started working on this sweater, I believe I shared it a few videos ago, but I have begun to have a preferred style in, I guess, the knitwear and how it sits and how it feels on. This is such a beautiful color. This is, I believe it's called Red Heart. 100% acrylic, so it is a synthetic yarn. Look how cute my pants stitch marker is. Okay, I find it to be a little too big for comfort. This is the bottom, so I was starting bottom up. I love the color, the texture is great, that's not an issue at all. I'm using US 10, so it's 8mm needles, and I am using my Luca needles, and it is driftwood. I love them so much. I haven't knitted this in a long time. I think I might scrap it. It is a beautiful yarn. I think another thing that I don't love about it is that it called for increases, and I've never did an increase on ribbing that then leads to stockinette, but you can see if I stretch it enough, you can see the hole right here that it makes when I did the increases. Let's see if I can find another one. You see there's a hole right here. It looks like the other stitches, to be honest, but I know that there's holes there. I really hope you can see it. I don't know, I think I'm gonna rip it, frog it. So, I don't know. So I've got 3 works in progress. I have this, and I was gonna design this sweater myself, but I'm not feeling it, and I might frog it. It's stressful a little bit because, I mean, I've spent so much time on it. Granted, this is what, about 5 inches, 5 or 6 inches? Yeah, so these are my 3 works in progress. I love yarn, so it's good either way. I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the peacock sweater. Okay, so at the beginning of this video, I told you about my WIPS in progress. Have a guess at what you think it is. My reading in progress. Is that cute or what? Anyway, I just recently started back into Audible, and I'm not sponsored by them, or this video is not sponsored by them, but Audible has been such a blessing to me. At work, I am on the computer typically 8 hours or a day, and so I love listening to the Audible books, particularly when the author reads the book. I love that because I can hear their voice. They know the passion that's in the words that they have written. So I am currently listening to 2 books. Yes. And I'm listening to a repeat. So the first book that I read was Yarn Whisperer from Clara Parks. Love her. I do follow her on Instagram, but a wonderful writer. Wonderful writer. The content is just a beautiful. The second one is Knitlandia. Yes, Knitlandia by Clara Parks as well. And the last one that I read from her or listened to was called The Vanishing Fleece, and it talks about the American wool and how today the fleece or the wool in America is declining because of the rapid pace of some of our clothing that doesn't use wool anymore. And so a lot of the heart and passion behind her and wool is just maintaining the life and the authenticity of wool, how it was cultivated, sheared from sheep, and how it is processed at the mill with 100% integrity, how the yarn is spun into 1 ply, 2 ply, 4 plies, and the different weights. You have the lace weight, the DK, the worsted, the super chunky. The way that she talks about yarn for me is just so inspiring, and besides it being a place of rest for me, I love knitting to rest, to relax. It also began to burn something within me about ethics and how we treat our sheep, and the love of wool, the importance of wool, the importance of keeping that tradition of knitting and crocheting alive. It is absolutely amazing. And get this, my 4-year-old asked me to teach her how to yarn. Yes, she wants me to teach her how to yarn. I thought that was so cute, but I know she meant she wanted me to teach her how to knit, and so I did buy some of her, she asked me to knit her a jacket. I was hoping for a cardigan, but she said she wants a zipper, so I'll have to learn how to do that too. But either way, like, it's just fantastic that she wants to. And I think also I kind of allow her to be around me. Yesterday when I was knitting the Dancing Denise beanie, she took the ball of yarn and walked across the porch with it and then got it tied around her scooter. And after a while I was like, okay, I need my ball of yarn back because I needed a little bit more slack. And so she's a part of this, and you've probably seen pictures of me giving Khaleesi, my 6-month-old, the ball of yarn so she can play with it. I want it to be something we enjoy doing together and something they won't have an adverse reaction to because, hey, don't touch it, stop, don't, let. And I can get that way sometimes, unfortunately, but when it comes to knitting, I want them to enjoy it as much as I do. So all that to say, I've listened to 3 of those books, and I'm listening again to Knitlandia. So that's the one that I'm currently listening to again. Knitlandia is about her and her adventures at the Sheep and Wool Festival, literally around the world. She went to Ireland, she went to Maryland, New Mexico, and the way she describes her journey, exquisite. She is an amazing writer, and I love it so much. And then I'm listening to 3 different books, and then the second book I'm listening to is called The Power of a Praying Wife. I have been married for 7 years now, and I didn't know all that would happen in a marriage. People will say, oh, your life is over, or a game over, or this is the best part of your life. I honestly want to tell you it's beautifully challenging. You have to embrace the seasons, embrace the changes of being a wife or being a husband. It's beautifully challenging. There are some boundaries that need to be placed. There are some, I don't want to say compromises, but some gives and takes. And that's the beautiful part of it, because you are able to do these things to make your marriage customizable to what works for you. So The Power of a Praying Wife, it kind of just goes into what a godly wife should do. And this book is broken into different chapters of different areas of our husband's life that we need to pray into. My eyes were opened. I have such compassion for my husband. I love him deeply, like deep within my soul. I love him so much, and I realize how much of a disservice I have been doing to him for not praying for him specifically in these areas. It goes into the area of his mind, our sexual life, our, what else? There's the finances that he manages, the fact that he is the head of the house. I mean, it is such a beautifully written, and of course, it's from Stormy Omartian, I believe that's how she says it, and then she also reads the book for you. Okay. The third book that I'm reading is The Emotionally Healthy Woman, and that is from Jerry Scazzaro, and she writes it with her husband. I believe it's Pete Scazzaro, but it is a Christian foundational book, but it talks about how to be a healthy leader and how to quit doing certain things that we do. I didn't realize how much I self-sabotage myself. It's crazy, but this book goes through 8 different things that you should quit doing today, pronto, right now. And of course, as she speaks, as she shares her heart, her experiences, there's convictions. And for me, I'm kind of like, okay. So The Power of a Praying Wife and The Emotionally Healthy Woman, they're both about improving I guess I would say kind of unlearning some habits, unbelieving, if that makes sense. Unbelieving some lies that I believed in, and just a bit of empowerment, knowing that I have a voice, that I'm encouraged to draw boundaries, that I can say no. I can say why I don't want to go to places instead of fabricating a lie. I can say no because I just don't want to go. Or hey, I just want to rest. So for example, I was thinking about going to a friend's house today and I was like, oh, I'd love to go to her house. But then I'm like, I also want to take some time and pour into my podcast, pour into those of you that are listening and just a part of this knitting journey with me. It's not only about knitting, it's about my life and your life and how we're growing together in this journey. So how many books was that? I think it was 3 with Clara Parks, 6. Gosh, so these last 3 months I've gone into 6 books. And I'm reading Knitlandia again because I absolutely love it. Anyway, I wanted to share my WIPS and RIPS in progress. I hope you like it. If this is something you enjoy, let me know. If you have any tips, ideas, or content that you want me to go over, let me know. Shoot me an email at knitnexttoyou@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can write your comments below as well. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can shoot me an email, write your comments. You can also find me on Instagram, which I think I post, or at least I try to post daily or somewhat a couple times a week about my family, my knitting progress, and things like that. So if you enjoyed today's content, go ahead and like, subscribe, click the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I'm here again with you. And yeah, I hope the best in all of your progress with all of your projects. And also, if you don't feel comfortable with knitting something, you can put it aside, leave it. Or you can frog it, which this has been put aside for a long time. The sweater, I think I'm gonna frog it. Anyway, thank you so much for allowing me to join you. And again, thank you so much for watching the Knit Next to You podcast. My name is Delilah. I love ya.